Yeah. Sorry.
I was trying to subtly say, do you have to go to the bathroom?
I do.
I do
to the
too.
bathroom.
Okay,
Yeah. I'll go next. You can go right now, Mike. I'll go next.
Mike's going next. All
yeah.
right.
So ad read. No, I'm just.
Sorry. So you couldn't read my lips because my mic was in the way. So.
Yeah, it's okay. I had an idea of what you were saying. I was like, is that really what he's saying? I'm like, maybe. Because I was like, does the door need to be closed? I'm like, no. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't. Some people might try a catheter if they had to, but I don't think you'd
down
ever.
That road.
It's been down you.
Yeah. It has. Not by choice.
Too many times.
Clear.
Yeah, there's a medical necessity.
Yeah.
Medical necessity.
Without going too much into it on this episode, I'll probably eventually go into it sometime just because I think it's an interesting story worth telling.
Might be on Mr. Ballin sometime.
Yeah, that's honestly. I should call him.
That's right.
Get him on the podcast.
Here's the real. We should.
Yeah, we should
get him on
the podcast.
That's right.
Yeah. He's a nice.
We got a couple stories we could tell.
Yeah, we do. Anyway, I was involved in a very interesting accident.
Last year,
like a year and a month, like about yeah. Yeah. This is also why I have so much hardware. I broke my leg, both my feet, my left arm, my jaw. But anyway, I couldn't go to the bathroom like by myself. And then I went into this rehab place and they really messed up my bladder because I didn't know what they were doing and really bad stuff. Anyway, so I had to be cathed for
a month.
Yeah.
A long time.
I think it was 2.
2? Yeah.
And let me tell you, there is nothing more, is it demasculating?
Emasculating.
There's nothing more emasculating and more painful than having a tube inside of you.
Yes.
It's the worst thing ever.
And like having your mother or your girlfriend have to maintain it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's
there's nothing more. I've been through a lot of physical pain in my life over various different injuries and situations, and I can tell you that extensive pain. And the most painful part of all of it was the poops were pretty bad from the from the hole in my throat, but that's a whole different story. But
we'll catch that up. That's a whole other podcast.
A whole other podcast. Will's misery. But yeah, cathing, worst thing ever.
So it's as bad as it sounds.
Worse.
It's worse.
So much worse.
Because I cringe.
We have extra. Do you want to?
Yeah, we have like a year's supply.
More.
Let's not
like a year's supply just in case you need it.
No.
No, the insurance company paid for mass shipment.
Yeah, basically what happened was they didn't know if I broke my sacrum too, and they didn't know if. So apparently, if you break your sacrum in a certain way.
That's your tailbone, right?
Yeah, your tailbone. It can kind of pin this area like that in your urinary tract. I don't know how to put it exactly because I'm not a doctor, but in a way that can make it so that you can't pee until they have to go and like surgically and shave off some of your bone to fix it. So they didn't know if it was that, or if it was the fact that this rehabilitation place in Austin
screwed it up
so bad that they basically. It's kind of gross. I'm sorry, guys, but it was like your bladder's supposed to be like cantaloupe sized, which is not too big. Mm-hmm. Maybe like a big grapefruit sized.
No, it's not supposed to be cantaloupe sized.
Okay, sorry. Supposed to be grapefruit sized. Okay, mine was watermelon sized because they didn't treat me correctly. Total malpractice. Yeah. Probably could have sued them. Didn't. Cause I'm not the kind of person, but so for months and months, I just could not pee because my.
It was like a balloon that was pushed out too much, and it couldn't get its elasticity back right away. So it took a very long time to get its elasticity back. Yeah. And just in case anybody thinks Will is like a 65-year-old man who's been through some problems,
I'm 20.
He's going to be 21 tomorrow.
Yeah,
21. Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Yeah. Hannah, happy birthday last week. Hannah turned 21 the 15th.
So. Yeah,
congrats.
Thank you. So they basically they sent me. The insurance company sent me a ton of them because they didn't know how long I was going to need them. And luckily, by the grace of God, we got all of them. Because before I was on like a bag thing, and then that wasn't working because of complications. So they were going to switch me into like just straight up cathing, which they were doing at the neuro rehab place, and that's what messed up my bladder because they didn't know how to do it right, and the nurses were totally incompetent. It was terrible. Anyway, so they sent us like hundreds of them. I mean, we had probably been in the attic with so many of them.
Okay.
And
that's what the guy who's living in the attic, he's using them.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to come back. That's why he's staying up there so long. That's right. Ooh, look what they left me. They knew I was coming.
And like two days later, by the grace of God, I was all healed and able to pee naturally. So
2 days. And another thing about,
but I was being cathed for months. This is 2 days after the shipment, just to make sure that's clear.
Yeah. I'm sorry, 2 days after the shipment. You're right. And to put everything on the gratitude table, you just told a story about how you were wakeboarding a little bit over about actually less than a year after this cath incident when you were still to go from someone who they weren't sure if you were going to walk in a year and now you're wakeboarding.
What, I walk ever again.
Yeah, you walk ever again. Yeah. That's right. And now you're able to wakeboard. So thank God.
So thank God. But yeah, cathing. If you ever get asked to try it, just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
That would have been my first response.
we don't need a public service announcement on that. Oh man, I was going to say
curious?
yes, and then I heard Will say just say no, and I thought maybe I shouldn't do it.
Well, if you're ever in a situation where you need to sneakily pee as a man, cath's not the option.
Yeah, pee your pants before you cath.
I can tell you from professional experience, the 16-ounce water bottle is the way to go. From my time at the IRS, and even last week, when you're stuck on that Zoom call or you're stuck on that podcast,
and he's gonna be like, "What?"
And you're even if you're on video, right? You can just do everything nice and quiet and everything, and then just make sure though it's gone before somebody thinks it's an interesting lemonade or ginger ale that's went flat.
Yeah,
that would be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be bad.
Yeah. So I think we've had enough pee talk.
I agree
for a little while.
And I have to go.
Okay, speaking of pee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
All right, you guys start with something more
appropriate. We'll go.